Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Tuesday, July 24th, 2018. Before we get into the video, I wanted to show you real quick. This is what we just pulled out of the garden. 15 cucumbers and another squash. And last night I pulled out 2 more zucchini and another squash. So yeah, I'll show you the other stuff we got sitting over here. Very rainy day at the homestead today, but that's what they called for that. So we got all that over there as well. But anyway, so let me jump into the topic real quick, and then I'll go on to some other stuff after that, okay? So after the whole situation yesterday with talking about what President Trump, his tweet to Iran and stuff like that, it brought me back to 1979 when we had the Iran hostage crisis, okay? And the way that whole debacle was handled was absolutely atrocious. And it probably cost, at the time, President Jimmy Carter the election in 1980. That's probably one of the main reasons why he lost. And so anyway, let's go over some highlights real quick, okay? On November 4th, 1979, the Ayatollah Khomeini came into power. They overthrew the Shah of Iran at that point, and they went in and captured 52 U.S. citizens out of the U.S. Embassy, okay? Those people were held for 444 days, all right? And they were held from November 4th, 1979 to January 20th, 1981. And the significance of that is they waited until the first day of Ronald Reagan's term to release the hostages. They didn't release them under, Jimmy Carter's watch, okay? They had, in April 24th and the 25th of 1980, they attempted to do a rescue mission, all right? It was Operation Eagle Claw to get the hostages out of, to rescue the hostages. That was a complete miserable failure. They lost 1 helicopter and 1 transport vehicle. 5 helicopters were abandoned or captured, and 8 servicemen were killed, 4 servicemen were injured, and 1 Iranian civilian was killed. Now, basically, the servicemen were killed because when they were calling the mission, they said they weren't going to do it. One of the helicopters crashed into the transport plane, and it had a lot of fuel, and that's where the service members were killed and injured, okay? Now, I remember that like it was yesterday. 1979, I was 14 years old. And I remember at the time saying, and this is me as a 14-year-old kid. This is what I said I would have done then, and this is what I would have done now, okay? I would have said, okay, we were sending ships over, send ships over into the Gulf of Iran there, and I would say, you have exactly 24 hours to give up those hostages, get them on this American ship with not one of them hurt or injured, or we will turn your entire country into a parking lot. And to show that we were serious, and I would tell them this, I would say, to show that we were serious, wherever the Ayatollah Khomeini's headquarters would be, I would have flattened it to the ground, right there, just to let them know we are not playing around. You return our hostages, and the thing is, that weakened our position in the world so much, that whole situation and the way the whole situation was handled. It was absolutely ridiculous. 444 days these people were held captive. And there's no way some little rat country like Iran should be able to do that to, obviously the mighty United States. If we had used a hard line then, there's no way that would have been tolerated or would have happened. You basically say, I got a bigger stick than you, and if you don't give up our people, we're going to use our stick. That's basically what I would have done. And I still, all these years later, now at 53, I still feel the same way. There's no way you allow that to happen. You basically say, and here's the thing is, the world opinion at that time, if we had done that, the world would have been supporting us because of the fact that they were holding our people hostages out of a U.S. embassy, which never should have happened, okay? So, I want your guys' feedback on this. Anybody that's obviously older is going to remember this situation that had happened, and that's why I kind of went over the numbers and stuff like that and what happened. And, I mean, you know, the younger generation probably has no idea. They don't follow any kind of history, even that recent of history. But I remember, like I said, like it was yesterday. And Jimmy Carter handled that so pathetically and so apathetically, realistically, that's one of the reasons why he was not reelected. Okay, if he had taken care of business and said, "We're not putting up with no crap. You give us our people back, or else," they would have given those people up in a heartbeat. Because that guy had just come to power. So believe me, the people, you know, they would have given him up. They would have given up our people. But unfortunately, it was handled wrong, in my opinion, of course, and that's what happened. So I'm going to set this tripod up here real quick. Hold on. And I wanted to show you, I got another, well, two different things. Obviously, all these came today. And I also received, I got a bandana here. Okay. And actually, I'll open that up. Oh, is that what is that? Hold on, what does this say? Oh yeah, it's like okay, it's a military type of thing. Military type of bandana, so let me see what we can do here. I got a big head, so I don't know. No, okay. There we go. So, there's that. So, new bandana, which is pretty cool. Thank you very much for that. And they also sent us a flag. So, I'm not sure. It looked like I already might have this one, but I will look and make sure again. Oh, hold on a second. Okay. There's that one. So let me look. We'll go out here real quick. I'll take you guys with me. I don't know if I got this one or not already. But there's another flag for the homestead, so we can get that up. Okay, let's go over here real quick and we'll look and see. That was white and blue. I don't know, that one. Oh, maybe I don't. Okay. Well, so anyway, yeah, I guess I don't have that one. Alright, so anyway, that's cool. Alright, so now we'll show you with the other stuff here. Alright, so boxes, the first two boxes came earlier. Heather and I were out for a while today, and then this third box came. Another thing of coffee came today. And then, let's see what we got here. Got a big bag of bite-sized chips came. What is this other one here? A 6-pound country sausage gravy. Pretty cool, actually. I like that stuff. It's good stuff. So that came. And that was in that box. And then in the bigger box here, I believe I counted it right. I counted it earlier. We have 11 4-pound bags of pinto beans came. Again, these 3 packages, again, were all from Dale. So he's absolutely gone nuts here, sending us stuff. And let's see if I got... And Curtis, I'm not going to say the last name, sent us the flag and the new bandana. Now, I don't know if you guys can see here or not, on my forehead, I sweat a ton on my forehead. That's why I wear bandanas. Now today, we are looking at a day where temperature-wise it's in the 70s, but it is so freaking humid. It is absolutely ridiculous. I'll take you over here real quick. We'll just kind of walk over to the garden. But yeah, we pulled 15 cucumbers today out of the garden as well. Today, guys, is also the last day for the sale for Legacy. If you go to my website, preppernurse1.com, 25% off of everything. And it's a good way to stock up if you're looking to add to your Legacy long-term food storage. with the freeze-dried foods. So preppernurse1.com, use the code Hurricane18 or 2018, and you will get the discount. Okay. The garden, like I said, is just absolutely doing fantastic. Okay, now I gotta ask those people that know. Looking at this broccoli, I am not sure when to harvest this broccoli. I really don't know, guys. So if I could get some tips, that would be great. At what point are these big enough that I can harvest them? You can see the onions are doing fantastic. They're right there, and they're just, excuse me, they are going crazy. So we have two different types. I have the white onions here, and we got a row of red onions back behind that. But everything is doing really, really, really well. So real pleased with the garden this year. Okay, so anyway, I want your feedback. What you guys think? It was just something that came back to me, and I was remembering it with the whole Iran thing, and you know, and what President Trump said, you know, and stuff like that. And let me rephrase something to, or reiterate something to you guys, and I think this is important. Iran is zero threat to the United States. Zero. Okay? They're not a threat to us. They're really not. It's just another, you know, it's just like North Korea. North Korea is not a threat to us. They really aren't. So, just wanted to share that with you. I want your feedback. I want your opinions on this. But, you know, like I said, I want to hear what you guys have to say. Tell me what you think of this. You guys that are older, that remember the whole situation that happened, what do you think, what we did right, what we did wrong, how we should have handled it? Like I said, I'm a big believer, you know, like Teddy Roosevelt used to say, walk softly and carry a big stick. But here's the other adage to that. Don't be afraid to use that big stick when you need to. Okay? And, you know, us bowing down and kissing everybody's behind around the world, you know what? We need to make a firm stand when people do stupid stuff. And that was a situation back then that should have been handled very fast, with efficiency, and it wasn't. And the result was, it was ridiculous, you know. And like I said, we lost a lot of credibility and a lot of respect. So anyway, remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you know, you can do it, guys. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself. Nobody else will do that, okay? So drive forward, keep moving on, and you will reach your goals. I will talk to you all tomorrow. I hope everybody has a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.